Hello everyone, I am Sean, React to the K's channel arranger and host of Classical Composer Breaks Down the K. This is a reaction to the B-sides of the ReVe Festival Day 1. My reaction to Zimzalabeam is already up. So this is Sunny Side Up. Interesting. I'm getting more of a Red Side vibe from this, but it's slower than I would normally expect from a Red Side song. Nice vocal harmonies. Nice. I like how they really stood up just like the voices and this light bass. I feel like I need to figure out something to do with the guitar there, then bam, bam, bam. That's getting a little in the way of the texture. Or rather, just like the sort of squareness of the offbeat song. Yes, Vacillating the Third, very Red Velvet. Yeah. Like Zimzalabeam, a more velvet bridge. Okay, interesting. Almost a little bit of functioning as a pre-chorus, but not the same as it was before, so still part of the bridge, I assume. That was a weird timbre right at the end. Yeah, I think it's very Red Velvet in sort of what they're doing harmonically and in terms of vocal textures. I think the strongest, it's stronger in the verses and pre-choruses. The chorus I felt like it built up some energy and it could have gone a little bit more, either just a little bit more red in terms of sort of a brighter, faster feel, probably the same actual tempo, or just more rhythmic energy, and it kind of got a little bit square there, which I think it didn't completely undermine it. Like there was still good stuff happening harmonically and melodically there, but it could have been stronger in that respect. But overall, solid B-side. Very nice use of vocal harmonies and stuff. I mean, standard SM fare, but they're good at it. And this is Milkshake.
I like it like milkshake.
Huh. Low. I wonder if that's someone else's voice, or is he boom, 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 or if that's just one of their voices pitched down. I enjoy the bass here. It's like, it's not really elaborate, but it's just very, has a nice groove to it. Is it just switching around the timbres of the bass, or are the two bass lines? This is pretty different from the first verse. You guys are somewhat just having a rap over parts of it that weren't, but I like when they bring up the bass a little bit more. Like, I get that they don't want to do it all the time because it might get too utterly exhausting to do it all the time, but the moments where they really let the bass come out. Well, such a nice contrast. I feel like the bass is so like obviously low and heavy, and like this is very high and floaty, and presumably then sets up a lot more bass when it comes back. Yeah, that bass is tasty. I like how they kept switching around the sound from the to a thinner, like non-vocal sound, and then to something with often a little bit more upper partial, a little bit more edge on the attack. So it sounded fresh. I wish it had been a little bit louder, more of the song, or they'd given it some solo, just like maybe in the final chorus, just like. And as much as their voices are great, just like drop them out for like a measure or two and just have like bass and maybe like drums and have that really come out, because it was such a good bass. It was a good, like the vocal parts were good too. Like it wasn't just the bass, but like the bass is, I think, really what's making this song work the most. And this is 친구가 아냐 or Bing Bing. Was not expecting, I guess I didn't have very much expectations for him on a song I haven't heard, but is that a I'm getting a trend here, because this also has a very active bass, and I talked about the bass in Milkshake, and SWCcomposer had also a much more prominent bass than past Red Velvet, or at least than most past Red Velvet. I mean, I'm not talking about everything. Is the Red Velvet Festival just a much more bass-focused album by Red Velvet? Nice. thought those were just going to be parallel, but they're actually moving independently. Vocal parts meaning. Oh, nice, adding in vocal parts. Okay. Oh, I just realized the dun 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 is very similar to Simsalabim, so that may be a rhythmic motive. I'm sorry, I don't know what the words they're singing in this version, in this song are, but I wonder if that's essentially a tie-in to the title track. Oh, doing the Wendy thing? Yeah, I was just thinking that it felt like it needed to go a little bit more somewhere at the end, and granted they putting in extra vocal descants in the last chorus is a very standard thing to do in pop, but Red Velvet is a bit more equipped to do it than most because they have Wendy, who can do this like really light, clear tone up pretty high. Like she doesn't get strained or sound forced or like she's screaming up there. She just has those notes solid. So yeah, I think probably not the strongest song on the album. I think the most of the choruses did kind of feel like they got a little bit complacent, but still good bass, some good vocal harmonies, especially I think in the probably either verses or pre-choruses. I don't remember which one it was. It's what you get with a single listen. And this is Parade. 3, 2, 1. It's almost like a chiptune on one tone and then whistle on the other. That is an unexpected timbral choice, but I like it. This is pre-chorus. This is still building up. Yeah, listen to that. Simsalabim. I think it's the Simsalabim rhythm is in the back. Not their parts, but in the instrumental. Yeah, and this one I think is really working a lot by like these textural changes. Like until the chorus, it's pretty conservative harmonically, but it's working very much in the red side way, which is not with as much harmonic complexity, but with a lot of textural variety and energy. Oh, that's a cool triplet in the instrumental part. No, it's Zim's all of it. There's not the extra Zim. Okay, I wasn't quite right. It still feels a little bit similar, though, to the Zimzalabeams and Zimzalabeam rhythm in the instrumental. Again, like was it Bing Bing? I think no, it was with Milkshake, very floaty bridge. Well, until here. Still, I guess no bass. It's staying fairly high registered. Yeah, they're trying some, I feel like some slightly more distorted or dirtier sounds with this mini album, like the distortion on the voice there, and some of the basses they've been doing. Like, it's certainly not going as like hard-edged or electronic as FX, but I think maybe leaning a little bit into that sort of side more than either the sort of brighter or smoother sound that Red Velvet has generally had. I'm not sure yeah. I think it would have been better if they'd cut it off. Like, I get that they're tying that back to the beginning. Like, I recognize where that comes from, but it's like that do is it's kind of an interesting timbre combination, but it's not one of the more interesting ideas. I wish they just sort of ended just solidly with the chorus, because I think the chorus would have been a good ending there. Yeah, I like how much variety there is in this track. Like, this is, I mean, that's generally something good about Red Velvet, is like they tend to keep it very colorful and changing both timbrally and harmonically, somewhat, I mean, more timbrally from the red side, but then like the fact that they can bring in the bits of Velvet side, even with a red side song, means that you'll get parts where it'll go from, I mean, these weren't like fully Velvet harmonies. This was, I guess, still a little bit more toward the red side sort of harmonic color, but it gives a variety between sort of the more rhythm and timbre focused music and the more harmony focused music, so that each one keeps the other fresh. And finally, on to LP. Now, I've noticed that everything on this album so far has been more leaning red side. Sometimes, like Sunny Side Up was kind of a bit in between red and velvet sides, but nothing's been very velvet side, which makes me wonder if, especially since with the title like LP, that it seems maybe more old-fashioned, maybe it's going to be a little bit more velvet side. I don't know, but I could see them doing that to contrast, or maybe it'll be sort of a compliment to Zimzalabeam, so they're bookend. I mean, they're bookends anyway, because, you know, one's at the beginning, one's at the end. But maybe it'll be more made to be a compliment to that. Yep, there's the record sound. Okay, definitely leaning into the old-fashioned aesthetic. Okay, this is interesting aesthetic. Yeah, like very velvet side chords, but then sort of these popping bits of red side timbres. Get the feeling this might be sort of the Blue Lemonade of the ReVe Festival. Almost a bossa nova feel. Not necessarily pure that. Yeah, I don't know if there is an official position on this or if you'll agree. Well, no, let me know in the comments what you think, because like most of this album I've been reading as sort of red side with some velvet elements, and I feel like this might have gone into Velvet Side with some red elements, because there are definitely some red side elements. I'm wondering if they're going back, because like at the beginning they had that sort of very old-fashioned sound. I'm wondering if that's going to be coming back, or if that was just sort of to set the tone of the LP title. A lot of panning. I was not expecting a sax solo. Yeah, I think someone managed to make a MIDI sax do a lot better than normal. Normally MIDI saxes sound like garbage, and I think that was still MIDI, but they actually managed to get it to have some amount of flow to the line and not sound like a diminished kazoo. Which is not what saxophones sound like it's just everyone who makes MIDI saxophones tends to be terrible at it. And, okay. Winding down. Ding. Okay. Maybe this is like, because they have this sort of, it's called the ReVe Festival, but this sort of carnival ride-esque, I think that's what the ride, sort of ride-esque theme. I wonder if this is like, the whole thing is sort of winding down at the end, but also old-fashioned. Yeah, I thought it was, again, an enjoyable song, like nice, good Velvet Side harmonies, but some nice punches of color, good melodies. I thought the sax solo was definitely a surprising choice. I'm a little surprised I didn't get an actual sax. I feel like it would probably be easier to just get a saxophonist to do that than to get a MIDI sax to get that close. And it also would have sounded even better with a real sax. But yeah, it was another good song. I feel like this is a pretty solid album. Like I don't think there were any distinctly weak tracks. I'll need to listen to it more to sort of think about how these compare to past B-sides or past albums or mini albums as a whole. But yeah, I think it's another solid mini album. I mean, SM as a whole, and definitely Red Velvet, have a good sense of keeping things changing, keeping things unexpected, both within a song and within their overall sound. So, good work to them. Good work to all of the composers on the album. Thank you for watching. Bye.